Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon, good time zone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to do a Reddit review. I think it's been probably a month or more since I last did a Reddit review. It's been a very long time, and I do enjoy them because it does allow us to bring a lot of conversation from the community and just talk about it. So if you guys do enjoy these kind of videos at all, please be sure hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. So first, by Nothing Clever Left, they said 3 raw iron is not a good enough reward for 22 pies. WTF, Gameloft. So when it comes to this, to me, it's not even about being robbed by the raw iron. I'm not gonna go and bake that many pies. Like, it's so crazy to me, and we've kind of talked about this before, but you literally have to think that a Gameloft, employee was tasked with creating these tasks, and they thought to themselves, let's have a player do 2 apple pie, banana pie, blueberry pie, cherry pie, fish pie. It goes on and on and on. And then if they go and do all of this, because we know our players would love that so much, then we're going to give them 1, 2, or 3 raw iron. That is crazy. And there's other tasks that want you to craft 25 pies. It just seems so insane to me that they manually had to go in here and create these quest lines. And you have to think, if they do play their own game, what kind of developer is going to be like, you know what, that sounds like a fun quest to do? I'll never understand it, but yeah, the whole Remy thing with the raw iron is pretty wild. Up next, we have a post by Neyse, and they said, remember what they took from you. Why is this dress still not back? Oh my gosh, I forgot all about this. So yeah, this dress used to be this red and like tan and orange colored dress, and then we got this blue one. Instead, they changed it up on us. They've actually done this with a few different items in the game. One of them was like the checkerboard. It used to, well, actually look like a checkerboard. Now it's like really bright neon red. And I don't know, this dress is okay, but to me, this dress just looks so much more beautiful, especially with the different color tones they have going throughout. And then this one just being like the all blue and stuff. To me, personally, it looks better this side. So let me know, are you guys a red dress or are you guys a blue dress? I gotta say, I miss how it looked. I really don't remember why they changed it, actually. It's been a very long time, but you had to grind towards to actually unlock this. And then they switched it up, but that is crazy to me. We will no longer ever be able to get this dress again unless for whatever reason they revert it or change it back, which I don't ever see them doing. So as of now, this dress, even though it's the same dress, this style, out. I kind of wish if they were going to make it this one, they could have made it where you unlock this by default and then you could also swap to this dress instead. So have a different variation. You can go back and forth between that. And if they actually did that with multiple outfits, that would be really cool too. Ooh, here we go. Why every star path is the question asked by difficult22201. They said, I'm genuinely so tired of this quest every time there's a new star path. I dislike Mother Gothel so much, I don't want to give her more attention than she's worth. If I could, I'd lock her back in the tree. Yeah, I think Mother Gothel is not everyone's favorite. So I have 2 things to say on this. Mother Gothel, whether I like her or not, it doesn't matter to me. To me, it's really just about the quest. So my gripe with this is not necessarily who we're hanging out with, but why we're hanging out with them every star path. To me, it seems a little bit like just a rehash of the old quests. Like, you got to think there's like what, 33 characters, maybe 35, something like that. And out of all those characters, they could code a quest in here for us to hang out with one of them for 45 minutes, but they repeatedly take the same thing and just throw it in there. So to me, I feel like if it's something that we're paying for, right? So you're using your moonstones. If it's something you're legitimately paying real money for, then shouldn't we get a full, fresh, brand new quest, new items, new everything, a new grind, rather than doing the same kind of quest over and over? Because if we're spending the money to keep the game going, it'd be nice if they would do that. But at the same time, maybe they're having to like rehash some stuff from before to save time. That way they can keep the content coming out consistently, you know, every 2 months, 2.5 months, something like that. So I think that could be why, but still, surely they could switch this up. I think we've done this quest, 4 or 5 times, it seems like, the past star paths. At least 2 or 3, I know that for sure. And then the other gripe with it, I would have to say, is just based on that fact that they chose Mother Gothel. And I think they did it because so many people dislike her. I personally don't. There's no character in the game that I like actually dislike. I like them all, honestly. There's some characters I don't really necessarily spend the most amount of time with, but there's no one that I just like absolutely dislike at all. We got Yuri week 5, 6-5. They said, I hate how the sand doesn't match. Oh my gosh, I never noticed that. And now it's one of those things, now that you told me, I will never not be able to notice that, so thank you very much. It doesn't. The surfboard sand is a completely different color. What the heck? And now, if you guys didn't notice of that, now you do. So it's going to be an eyesore every time you walk by. You're welcome. That is crazy. Yeah, I will definitely, every time I put that down, that's something I'll remember. So Yuri, thank you for that. We got Antique Yogurt 7147. They said, can we talk? Why are we still limited to 3 That is a good question, you know. We are limited to 3 poses, and I want to know why as well. They said after spending hours on tags, decor, and wardrobe, not to mention the hassle of lighting, don't get me started, but then to be limited to 3 terrible poses? I'm counting no pose at all, which is mostly used because, let's face it, the third one is hideous and absolutely useless. It really is starting to grind my gears. At least let us be able to capture while sitting. What other use is there for furniture? I gotta say, I agree. We have this pose right here, which even for like my male character, it's just, I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. We got this one. Why, like, again, for my character, my legs, the way they look, it's just like odd. This is the pose I use sometimes if I'm not using a companion pose for my other character. And then this one, like, what? Come on now, game. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Why is this in there? And most of these poses that you see, like this one used in Dream Snaps, they usually don't do very well either. So they do need to add more. That's why whenever we get new companions, like actual new companion types in the shop, I buy it mainly, not even just because of the character, but because of the new pose that we get. Now, of course, you're going to have a companion in there, but like having this, boom, now I have this stance right here. If I wanted to hide my little cat right here, I definitely could. So I have this pose, and I wonder if that's why they're doing it. They're not giving us any more like free ones. They're just hoping that you keep purchasing these to get new poses. So whenever you do get the companions, you kind of have to look it out. Like you're going to purchase this with Moonstones, you're going to get a new companion, and then you're also going to get a new pose. It's kind of like the whole Hey Hey bundle. We also got a new pose with them. The faces on here are not the best either, but I can't stand this pose. I don't like it, and not for my character. It's just not doing it. None of these are actually. So I pretty much, yeah, always have to rely on the companion pose for sure. Ooh, here we go. I love Belle's fishing animation. This is by Norette14. And this is one of those things they actually added into the game when she first came, but she would like never do the animation. I remember people had posted it back when it first came out, and some people were actually able to capture Belle doing this, but then I don't know, something broke and it just never happened again. But this update seems like they fixed it, because we've been seeing Belle do a lot of fishing now, and her pose is really cute. She's literally sitting here with her rod planted in the ground, and then she's sitting there reading a book. And then it's a shame because if we get Mulan, and if you've seen Mulan fishing, she's so stiff and just like, and they didn't go all out with it like this one. They didn't give her a super unique one. She's kind of just stands there with both hands and has the rod out. But this was really cute. They did go above and beyond with this, and I love them for that. Oh, all right, here we go. Here's our last post by Corso the Wolf 2. They said, wishlist from a completionist. With over 1,000 hours and 10 out of 13 categories, 100%, I've thoroughly enjoyed this game, but there are a couple of things that are getting in my way of being fully satisfied. Okay, let's take a look at them. Number one, memories are ridiculously hard to grind, and it is possible to just never receive a particular piece. I would really like to be able to make a potion that's meant that the next 5 memory orbs were guaranteed to be new. It can / should be expensive in late game. I just wish they would add more late game things in general. And then I do want to be able to have like a chemistry bench or, you know, a cauldron that we can actually mix potions and create stuff and give different buffs and just different things. One of those could definitely be something they would add. And I think it would be really fun. You had to go out and like get a bunch of different resources and then combine them and make your own potions. Number 2, I have been logging in daily for 2 to 3 months to check Scrooge's furniture shop and still have 40 pieces that haven't shown. Some of them are from the new update, but even then I get days where there's nothing new. Today was actually one of those for me. I have a good majority of the pieces in the game as well, and it is definitely a grind. You have to keep trying, but they did add trading, so you could make a wish list. Go over to our Discord and maybe someone will have those items for you, so you can trade that way if you have a online membership from the game. Number 3, raw iron is paid out too little. We talked about that many times, but yes. Number 4, I don't enjoy time bending on the Isle because it always sends me into tiny out of the way areas when I'm saving my Eternity Isle issues for after the final chapter. I actually really enjoyed time bending. I did it so much in December when it came out. I tell you, I spent 5, 6, 7 hours a day just grinding with that. And now it's definitely not as enjoyable, especially if you have your valley decorated. Number 5, Sapphire has a very low spawn rate. Yeah, it does. It does. I've seen that in some of the star paths, and it's definitely been a complaint for sure. Number 6, a Dream Styles tab in the collections menu. It could track houses, tools, unique critters, plus handheld items like the umbrellas and bags, or put those in clothing. That would be a nice quality of life improvement as well. And the last one, fix the tags in furniture and clothing. The Wally and Ursula items aren't tagged as premium, and a new tag like friendship or quest could be added. Important, find a way to recheck the flooring and wallpaper because I own 77 that aren't showing up in the furniture collection. Yeah, I also would like to add that they need to just do an overhaul of the whole cooking system, and I would be very happy about that. But that's it for this video. Appreciate you guys as always for taking time to watch. If you guys have any comments on any of the topics we discussed today, please be sure let us know in the comment section below. I hope you guys have the best day ever. Goodbye.